Every leader should understand this. Not every enemy sits across from you. Sometimes they sit beside you. Sometimes they eat with you. Sometimes they break bread with you. Sometimes they have access to your heart, your trust, your plans, and your vulnerabilities. And the most dangerous part, you don't even know they're the enemy. I know because I have been there. There was a time in my life when the person closest to me was leading me toward destruction and I couldn't see it. Not because the signs weren't there, not because God wasn't speaking, but because my feelings were louder than my discernment. God kept showing me things, dream after dream, warning after warning, piece after piece. Yet I remained in denial because I cared about the person. I wanted the dream to be wrong. I wanted my feelings to be right. But truth does not change because we refuse to accept it. What God was showing me was true all along. And when my eyes finally opened, I realized something powerful. The betrayal was not sent to destroy me. It was sent to awaken me. And when I look at scripture, I realize I am not the first person God used this way. Joseph's brothers betrayed him. The people closest to him threw him into a pit. They sold him into slavery. They stripped him of his coat, but they could not strip him of his calling. What they meant for evil, God used for good. What looked like rejection became divine positioning. What looked like betrayal became preparation. And years later, Joseph stood before the very people who hurt him and said, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." That scripture became real to me because I learned that sometimes betrayal is the vehicle God uses to move you into purpose. Sometimes God doesn't remove the person immediately because he's trying to reveal something in you before he reveals the truth about them. And through that experience, God revealed something about me that I had spent years denying. I am a seer. Some may call it a dreamer of dreams. But I know now that God was speaking. The dreams were real. The warnings were real. The discernment was real. And I kept dismissing what heaven was revealing because of my emotional attachment to the person. The person wasn't the lesson. Discernment was. The betrayal wasn't the lesson. Obedience was. The heartbreak wasn't the lesson. Awakening was. The greatest gift that came from my betrayal was not the exposure of the other person. It was the revelation of who God created me to be. And maybe that's where some of you are right now. God is showing you things. He's revealing patterns. He's exposing inconsistencies. He's highlighting relationships. And you're explaining away what he keeps bringing to your attention. Don't ignore what God is revealing. Never underestimate your value. Never underestimate your worth, and never underestimate the voice of God. Sometimes God will use what was meant for evil to remove complacency, sharpen your discernment, strengthen your faith, and position you for purpose. Stay alert. Guard your circle. Pray over your relationships. Pray over your decisions. Pray over your partnerships. Seek God daily in everything you do, because not every battle comes dressed like a battle, and not every enemy announces their arrival. But God is faithful to reveal what you need to know when you are willing to listen.